Well, 2023 kept us on our toes. There was a lot swirling around at the state capitol that our team rushed to stay on top of.
Yeah, and a few of those stories stood out to you and our team, and Caroline Cummings covers the Capitol for us. She's worked incredibly hard to flesh out all of these ideas and has a look back and a look ahead for us today.
Yes, we are going to start with the flag seen around the world. Oh my gosh, people freaked out over
really
this
did.
story. We're really engaged. So what is next, and when will these flags finally fly?
Well, they will fly on Statehood Day, which is May 11th. So there's no further action needed from the state legislature. They just need to basically get to session, and come May 11th, they'll fly high. So basically the law that created this commission empowered the legislature, or excuse me, empowered this commission to basically have the final say on this, unless, of course, the legislature takes some drastic action to basically restart the commission, but there's no up or down vote needed. So May 11th is the day this will debut, but there is a little bit of a grace period for some of these designs, namely the seal. Exhaust all the materials you have with the current seal before you need to implement the new one, for example.
And ballpark costs for all this, because we got that question a lot this year.
Right. So the cost of doing the commission's work was $35,000, but that does not cover the cost of replacing the flags. But the Department of Administration, I reached out to them, they manage the Capitol complex. They said that it fits in their regular rotation of flag replacement due to wear and tear, and that was about $1,400. So the full cost not yet known, but it will fit into a lot of people's budgets. When they already have the state flag, they might already swap it out for wear and tear.
Big topic here, big topic countrywide, was the discussion of abortion, access, travel to here in Minnesota. Could access be changing in the near future?
No, it will not be changing in the near future. That's because abortion in Minnesota is protected by both a state Supreme Court ruling in 1995, and also this year the Minnesota legislature passed a law codifying abortion rights and other protections for reproductive health care. But abortion providers in Minnesota are adjusting to the new landscape post-Roe, because other states have banned or seriously restricted abortion. Out-of-state patients, for example, 30% of all patients seeking abortions in Minnesota last year, which is up from 9% before Roe fell. So new dynamic, but abortion is protected here.
Is there anything in particular that's next for abortion, though, in Minnesota?
Well, maybe a constitutional amendment, but that's a big maybe. So that would put explicitly abortion rights into the Minnesota Constitution, and that would go before voters after the legislature, which is controlled by Democrats, would pass it. But that's a big maybe, and that's because House Speaker Melissa Hortman said, you know, there's a lot that goes into a constitutional amendment. It's like a campaign. You need the infrastructure to educate voters about it. So they're still up in the air about whether they'll even do that.
Sure. Marijuana, another big story this year, the legalization, but obviously a lot of implementation still going on. So what is next, and how can people get on this wave of business?
So right now, the Office of Cannabis Management, which is the regulatory agency tasked with oversight, is in the process of rulemaking, which is basically the next step after you pass a law to basically implement that law and set the parameters around it. So they're looking into the details about licensing and about how you operate a retail store, those sorts of things. And once that process is fleshed out, then people will be able to apply to get a business license, so they can open a dispensary, or they can be a wholesale manufacturer of cannabis products. And so we don't expect this, though, to really take effect until the beginning of 2025. So we got some time.
Oh, wow, a whole nother year.
Until you can buy, anyway. Yeah, you can grow right now.
That's right. All right. Thank you for those updates, Caroline. A lot to come in 2024.
Yes, a
Thanks.
lot to come.
Yes.